10th of August 2023, Thursday, MAO with Cal once again. Now, US banks are selling while the NASDAQ is near a breaking point. This is going to get very uncomfortable. So traders, please watch this video. All right. So the thing is this right now, we can see that disclaimer applies as usual. Please understand this. I'm doing my best to just relate what's happening in the market. But just remember, at the end of the day, you need to do your risk management, all right? Remember what I said in the last MAO? I said that about the Wells Fargo, one of the potential black swan event, and I purposely gave you the US banks index, right? At the time itself was trading about 3,004, right? 3004. And the thing is this, just yesterday, we saw this. Yeah, dropped to 2921, down by 50 points, plus the previous day, inclusive of it, down 1.69%. Now, this is not a good sign at all. Now, the thing is this, guys, this is going to be very important. Take down this number now, very important. Is that this is the MA 200 level, and you can see that every time when it breaks it, the market is not going to be comfortable with it. And every time when it breaks it down, right, the market can slip quite a fair bit. So in my personal opinion is that this may end pretty bad to 2,500 if there's going to be any form of selling by the US banks. And there are a good reason for that. I have them. So please stay tuned all the way for this video. Most important thing is that Moody's downgrade is one of the catalysts, but it's not only that. If you look at it itself, right, Moody's only downgraded 10 banks and basically didn't really hit the bigger banks. If they decided to move to the bigger banks, this is going to get very, very scary. So I'll tell you more in details with a lot of charts towards the end of the day, end of the video. Watch out for that. Yeah. Okay, so let's just look into this thing right now is what happened overnight. Now, last night, we saw the Dow Jones down by 191 points. At one stage, it was down by 400 points, all right? So we saw a bit of recovery, and then it came back down again. Okay, so the thing is this right now, right? Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Apple is all down, but the one that focuses is NVidia, down by 4.72%. Wait a minute, we thought that NVIDIA had some good news, right? Exactly. So when you have a stock that's rising up with good news and yet the share comes down, you need to be very, very careful. I'll tell you more in details. All right, so let's look at the banks first. All right, why am I worried of banks? I have a few banks come to take a look right now. Let me bring them to you. Okay, let's go. All right, so first of all, you can see this is the one of the bank. This one is Bank Corporation. You can see that it's down by as much as down by 3% overnight, and it's very, very near to the moving average of the MA30, and this is not a good sign. And of course, FHN is down also, it's down by 2.69%. Again, this is not a good sign for this particular counter. COF, all right, okay, it's another one, is down and it broke below my moving average. You can see that this is not a good sign. Another bank. So these banks are all the banks that Moody's has highlighted. All right, this US Bank Corp, you can see that it's coming in again. It's also down by 1.4%. And of course, JP Morgan, oh gosh, look at it. This counter is down and it's down by as much as 1.34%. It's very near to the moving average, which is not a good sign. So 151 is a very important level. JP Morgan has to stay above it, but you can see right now it's spreading to the bigger bank. And of course, we can see that you can see this is Bank of America. Is BAC, and of course it's very near to the moving average, about $30.48, and of course down by 1.31% overnight. And of course Morgan Stanley has broken below the very, oops, sorry, there's an error there, close it off. I don't want Twitter. Okay, so basically you can see right now Morgan Stanley is down by almost down by 1%, as broke below my moving average, and this is not a good sign at all. So you can see that the US bank is having a bit of problem right now, and of course if the banks are coming down, this is not going to be good. Now tonight we have the CPI data coming in, although there's some expectation the figure to be right low, but of course in my opinion we'll see 3.3%, and of course the markets in a way have already digested this 3.3. So anything lower than 3.3 the market may be buying, but again and again I also say this, guys, 3.2 or 3.3 doesn't matter, it's going up. And the US crude oil now is trading at $84 per barrel. This is not a good sign at all because White House has not buy back their supposed the reserve, and this can only get worse. All right, so you can see now the next thing I'm pretty worried is the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ just broken below a very important technical point. Now this technical point basically is about 15,100. Okay, and this technical point, you can see that it has been a very strong support over here, a strong resistance over here, strong resistance over here. And of course, recently there was strong resistance, and now it has just broken below the 15,100 level. Now, the thing is at the same time, it's closed below the moving average MA30. So all these tells me that there could be some profit taking coming in. And of course, NASDAQ just coming off by itself, right? There's a lot of reason why it's coming down. So let me explain this to you shortly. But main thing is this: if you look back what I said, right, about 2 weeks ago, Tom Lee, right, from FundStrat has also been saying that they expect the FANG stock to take some profit soon, and it seemingly is happening right now. And of course, the thing is this: if you look at it, this is NVidia. Now, NVidia has been climbing like a rocket all the way, but yesterday we see some incredible selling. Now, first of all, it broke below the MA30 and it's down by 4.72%. Wait a minute, we thought that there's some good news, right? Exactly. The good news is that, right, they receive a $5 billion China Internet Giants ordered $5 billion on NVIDIA chips to power AI ambition. So this is actually a good news for this NVIDIA, but apparently it did not really do well. This is what a big problem. And of course, we have Jim Cramer, as usual, coming in and says that, right, this is still good. In fact, this is a good time to buy more on NVIDIA. In fact, he believes that this can go even higher. All right. So the question is this: if NVIDIA do bottom out here, well, we can go back to 460 if you think so. But the thing is this: if you're not, the 394 level is a very critical support level that NVIDIA has to hold, because if it breaks below it, it could be a free fall all the way to 306, because we have a very big gap up back then, and this is not going to end well. So again, guys, you need to watch the NASDAQ very closely, and we are over here itself. And the thing is this: you look at the TSMC, all right, it's now at a very critical support level that we really need to watch. You can see that it has been, this is the support. Sorry, can I get my mouse properly? It's not functioning. Okay, so this is the support back then at about $60, and then after that it has supported about the $84 area, and now we have is at support at $93. So this is a very strong support, and it broke below the MA30, which is over here, and you can see that the power MA30 is very, very effective. So the market, TSMC, has to stay afloat today, because if it doesn't and we cross over the weekend, I believe that something bad will happen, because TSMC, NVIDIA, they're all linked with a lot of big companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, Tencent, because of AI itself. And the AI, seemingly this craze is coming, is basically having a bit of problem right now. We can see the upstart is down by almost like 60 to 70%. So the thing is this time around, the upside was punched up by AI. So if, let's say, AI dream start to really inflate or deflate, sorry, things can get bad. And of course, we know TSMC is going to build a $11 billion chip manufacturing plant in Germany. So all this spending is right, may have temporary effect on the counters. So all I can say is, guys, you just need to be very careful. Although that we cannot be 100% sure what will happen next, but we all know that, right, what happened last year during 13th of September, whereby inflation just shot up, and that's where the stock market, like the Dow Jones, down 1,200 points. You don't want this to happen again. But based on my TWB chart right now, if the NASDAQ do break below the opening price of 15,134, now it's 15,192. If it breaks below this number, we can see some selling, and the selling could bring it down all the way to 14,874. And because what we're having right now, we can see very clearly that the boys are trying to sell the market, the momentum is not good, and of course, mathematically, there's a lot of selling despite the market tried to recover the last few days. So all these tells me that we need to be very careful for tonight. Do note the CPI data is coming up at 8:30 p.m. So watch out for that. This is Cal signing off. Hope you like this video. Like and subscribe and share with your friends. Take care. Bye-bye.